So we're going to continue in 5.5b, part 2. In the last one I showed you how to mirror part of a sketch, and I just wanted to show you that after you're done doing that, you could move into the extrude, you could select your profile, and you could create the extrusion based off of that sketch. That was all just to show you how to create a mirror of something that is symmetrical, so that way you only have to draw half of it, so you're making yourself more efficient. In this video though, we're going to talk about how you can use the mirror feature or the mirror tool after you have already have a 3D model. So how can you take something that's already 3D modeled and mirror it to create something like this? So the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and do a new part file, standard inch IPT, and hit create, and do a file, save as, and the last one we called mirror sketch. This one we're going to call mirror feature, because we're going to be using the mirror tool after we already have a feature made. And save that into your 5.5b part 2 folder, and then go ahead and save. Now, I'm not going to do this first part for you. What I need you to do is draw a sketch of this L shape, starting at 0, 0, and extrude it. Now, it doesn't tell you how far to extrude, so I'd like you to extrude it an inch. But you should use these dimensions to draw the sketch, and then extrude it 1 inch. So go ahead and do that now, please. Alright, so I went ahead, I drew the sketch, and then I extruded it 1 inch. The next thing you need to do is go ahead and add in a hole. Now that hole is going to have a 0.375 diameter. And just so you know, that hole is going to be centered in this space. So, you know, whatever this was, you're going to go half to get to the center, and then whatever this was, you're going to go half to get to the center. So use your hole tool to just draw a hole straight through with a diameter of 0.375, and it's centered in this space. So go ahead and do that now. So there you go. Notice how it's centered. So the distance from here to here is half the total. The distance from here to the center, again, is half that total there. So it should be centered and should have that correct diameter. And that's all a review. Everything that we've done is all a review of all the tools you should know how to use already. So now that we've done that, now we can actually start getting into using the mirror tool. So what we need to do is mirror this image right across this face here. In order to do that, we need to create a work plane here. And a work plane is, and it's actually going to be a mirror plane technically, because we want to mirror all of this right on this plane right here. So if you remember the total distance of the object, what was the total? Let's see, 0.75 plus 0.5 gives me, what, 1.25? So this distance right here is 1.25. And if you didn't know that, you could just use the inspect tool and use measure and just click on that line, and it tells you that it's 1.25. And then if I hit escape, I get out of the inspect tool. That's a good tool to use in case you're wondering, you know, how big something is. You could just use the inspect tool to check things out. Alright, but anyways, that's 1.25. So what I need to do is make a work plane on this face. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to orbit around to get to this side a little bit. I'm going to go to this plane tool under the work features panel. I click on plane. Now I'm going to hover over this face, but I'm going to left click, hold down my mouse button, and drag it this way. And I want it to be right on that face. And if you look, it's negative 1.25, and then I'm going to let go. So if you notice, we just created a work plane off of this one, negative 1.25 in this direction. And then I'm going to hit the check mark. And if I hit the home button, you'll see now that there's a work plane on this face. Okay, so that's how you can create a work plane. So now that we've done that, we can use that as a mirror plane. So now I can go ahead, or as a mirror line, I guess you could say. So now I can go use the mirror tool. Okay, but we're using it within a 3D feature now. So I'm going to go mirror, features. What features do I want to mirror? Well, I want to mirror all of this, but I also want to mirror the hole with it too, so I'm going to click on that as well. So I click both of those, and then mirror plane. Well, where's the work plane I just made? So if I click on that, I can click the work plane in two different ways. I could either hover over the edge right here, or if that's too difficult, I can just simply click it in the browser over here. Either way works. As soon as I click it, it starts to give me a preview of the mirror. So you can see that it's mirroring that L shape with the hole right through that mirror plane right there, and we're good to go. So I'm going to click OK. And now I have my mirrored model. And then what I'd like you to do to get points for doing this, pan this over, get it close to the browser, Windows Shift S, I don't want that to be red, let me click off that, Windows Shift S, and grab this right here with the browser. You must include the model browser. I must see that you did a mirror over there. Do you see that? And then you can go paste that into your binder here where you're pasting the L shape with the holes. And that is it for this video.